I love rocks. I bring rocks home from my travels all around the world, but they're very inspirational. You can see the mark making on the rocks and how they're shaped in different colors, and each one is an individual rock. And they inspire me to be an individual, which may sound weird, but they're all so different. You can't find one the same, just like we're all different.
Exploring dissimilarities, woven with similarities, and finding one's place in all of that is part of her process of being an artist. And with that process comes questions.
Riddles are hard to figure out. We're always trying to figure out who we are and where we stand in our community, and what we produce as artists means to other people, what kind of riddles we're producing for them to see. I work a lot with hide and molding it to human figures, and I've wanted to do this piece for a long time. It's a pregnant form that I'll be making, and I'm thinking right now a lot about how we grow up with games, and I think the games start before birth. We start learning by games. We do fun games to teach our kids how to do things, and then as we get older we do fun games to have fun as adults. It's all leading back to some of the interests I have with all the gaming on reserves now, with the casinos on reserves all across North America.
The body of her work seems to have a life of its own, incorporating culturally significant materials and creating curious juxtapositions. A journey of mixed meanings, riddles, and questioning interpretations. While doing an artist-in-residence program in Oaxaca and Pueblo, Mexico, performance art becomes part of her story.
First experience at doing a performance piece, and I did it in their church. Beautiful gold gilded church there, and I was dressed in my red dress. It was kind of Marilyn Monroe-ish, like Hollywood style. And I had a headdress on, which is a cartoonish headdress. Women don't wear headdresses. I laid flowers of the dead, which is a real Mexican tradition. And then I did it on the other altar too. And as I was leaving, I approached the confessional, and I forgave the church. And I left. And then as I left the church, I went into their large courtyard and smudged myself. And it was a very powerful piece for myself as well as my hosts in Puebla. They could really relate to my experience with the church as well as their own.
Her work is thought-provoking with an underlying message to hopefully, ultimately, bridge understandings and alter perceptions and get us talking.
I think to see our communities in a different light. We're very contemporary communities with high educated people, and we're moving forward and moving away from what the government has put on reserves and with the Indian Act, and trying to be self-sufficient. And I would like people to see that through my work, because it really is evident if you look and then you want to think and go a little deeper beyond the surface.
Liz Carter has won numerous awards and is recognized nationally. In Campbell River, I'm Margie Greaves.